2016 cedi to dollar 4.2 as compared to 17.5. I didn't compare that. I did not compare that. So you go and make a decision and choose a leader. And I don't want you to run here with tears, because the burden of our churches is on our head. Fourth Republic began with President Rawlings for 8 years, President Kofi for 8 years. So let me say President Rawlings for NDC for 8 years, President Kofi for MPP for 8 years, President Mills and President Dramani Mahama for 8 years. And then lastly, President Akufo-Addo for 8 years. So Fourth Republic has run for 16 years MPP, 16 years NDC, put together 32 years. Are you getting what I'm saying? 32 years. So 32 years, I want to this morning compare some of what they have done here and here. I will be fair to everybody, and then you make the decision, because the decision is yours. But before I do that, who is the kind of leader that Ghana is looking for? Who is the kind of leader? Number one, the fear of God. Serious, because our people don't fear God. So number one, the fear of God. Number two, somebody who is an example, exemplary leader. Example. Can you put on the screen the 2024 ballot paper? 2024 ballot, so I can display all the leaders on our ballot sheet for 2024. Are you sure this is 2024? All right. So number one. So how come I'm not saying number one as MPP? Or you are not taking notice? Yeah. While she is trying to get the right one, from number 1 to number 13, except one woman who have passed, the fear of God. Number 2, very clearly, exemplary leadership. Number 3, somebody who has no connection with Freemasons or the cult. Because as I'm speaking to you right now, Freemasons is very interested in who leads this nation. And Freemasons have already chosen their candidate. Freemason will not vote, but they have chosen their leader. And most of the time, the leader of whoever Freemason chooses, most of the time becomes. I cannot see this place. So very clear. We don't want anybody who belongs to the cults. Not only Freemason, old fellow, Illuminati, anybody that is connected to occults cannot lead this nation. We have made that mistake before. We made a Freemason a president before. Never again. Freemason can sit at home and say, I don't like that guy on the TV, and they will take him off. Freemason can sit at home and say, who is that one speaking? Did you mean a Freemason for time? I hear me, I'm here, so I'm Freemason. Now don't tell me, me papa was a Freemason. I don't care about their stuff. Mahamud Bawumia, number 1. Number 2, Daniel Augustus Lati. Number 3, is that correct? Ekuya Donko. Number 5, Christian Kwabena Andrews. Number 5, Kofi Akpalu. Number 6, Mohammed Frimpong. Number 7, Nana Akosia Frimpong. Number 8, John Dramani Mahama. Number 9, Hassan Abdul Ayariga. Number 10, Kofi Kurante. Number 11, George Chum Berima Edu. Number 12, Nana Kwame Bediako. And number 13, Alan Kwajo Chiremanting. These are the people who are going to be on your ballot sheet on the 7th of December. The decision is still yours. The decision is still yours. Let me compare, few projects by 16 years here, 16 years here. Maybe I will not be fair if I stretch it to 16 years. So let me make it 8 years, 8 years. So let's begin with healthcare. Agenda 111 hospitals. This one is in Sotuum, Anya Sotuum, and this one is somewhere in the eastern region. This, I have 4 pictures or 6 pictures on, Agenda 111 hospitals that have been, and mind you, these are district hospitals. So this is another one in a different location. And it goes on to, if you can speed up a bit because my time is flying. Yeah. So this, you can see the style of, healthcare. So this is healthcare, Agenda 111. Then I will compare it to the NDC's Rich Hospital. And I know the debate will be, this is a regional hospital, that is a district hospital. And I'll compare it to the UGM. So this is the University of Ghana Medical Center. Now, if everybody who is well-to-do is sick, now this is the place they take the people. So, this is healthcare. Let me talk about housing. Recently, my president commissioned housing for the police service here at Depot, and also commissioned some at Kwabenya. Beautiful projects, for the police service. This is for the police people. 2 bedrooms and some 3 bedrooms for them. Bring the Kwabenya project. That is something, as a builder, I feel it's, an achievement. This is at somewhere in Kwabenya. It's a project that has just been commissioned. And let me compare it to the Saglime housing project. So if I look at the housing project of Saglime, which we have left for almost 8 years to rot, when people are sleeping on the streets. Yeah. And this is Saglime phase 1. Let me compare airports. I will compare the Tamale airport and the Kumasi airport. So this is the Tamale airport phase 1. And then where I have traveled through, nice place. And then let's look at the Kumasi new airport. Nana Prempeh, the first airport in Kumasi. This one now, next week, we are going to have Ethiopian Airlines going to fly straight to Kumasi. So this is it. And then let me compare this to Airport Terminal 3 project. The Airport Terminal 3 project. So I'm comparing airports. And this is it. Lastly, let me compare education structures. I'm not talking about free SH, I'm talking about structures. So educational structures, let me compare the STEM schools. There are STEM schools. So this is one of the STEM schools that have recently been commissioned. This is also another one that have been if you go to places like Abumusu, in that area, they have a very beautiful thing that has been done. And compare it lastly to the e-blocks, so couple of the e-blocks. So my people, I am not holding your tongue, but as your pastor, since I returned from the United States, I have paid school fees, and I am still paying. I have paid and paid and paid. Last Friday, we gave support to few people who, their children are in secondary schools, but they don't have the money of almost about 7,000 to 8,000 to buy the things they need to take their children. So we supported them to go and handle that kind of thing. Now, I don't want you to come back here telling me to pray for you because the economy is not good. So you take your wisdom and invest it in your thumb and go to the ballot as a businessman and as a businesswoman. If you feel another thing I didn't compare was the economy. I didn't compare 2016 cedi to dollar 4.2 as compared to 17.5. I didn't compare that. I did not compare that. So you go and make a decision and choose a leader. And I don't want you to run here with tears, because the burden of our churches is on our head. So if you return here to come and tell me that as soon as you win, just like Moses will be traveling this way, and fankwasi ampaye bi amahasi yemmo bibu ani so aboni bi na mfama samunko. Now I want to now address the Electoral Commission. By the grace of God, I have tried my best as a man of God to remain neutral. I have objectively put out this information. The Electoral Commission must be as neutral as neutral. Whether you like it or not, the power of the people is more powerful than any manipulation. The power of the people is more powerful than any manipulation. So your frivolous decision of trying to keep only 10 people with accreditation at the collation center, it was very prudent for you to retract it very fast, because the vengeance of this nation was not going to be easy for you. So as much as possible, Madam Electoral Commissioner and your 7 commissioners, do that which is righteous in the sight of God and that which is right in the face of the law of the Republic of Ghana, and you will have peace. Yeah. And now let me tell all supporters of, MPP, NDC, PPPC, whatever party, if your party members can make you president, you will not be disturbing our ears. It is us, people who don't belong here or belong there, we make parties come to power. So go to the polling station, vote, and go home. When you go and monitor at home, and at 5 o'clock you want to return and monitor counting at the polling station, you have the right to do so. But when one go jina baby mu obi ankochu ani so ameka nkyere me say ahye otuwe. Because I will not me de hye baako wakra me dadaada so ko campaign. Nam se wo kono hwe no ameka nkyere me say yabo wani so. Ema meka nkyere me. Me ti ya me nko baby ya obi ya mo mani so. Say a good amen. And so the elections is on the 7th. And right now we are going to pray that God should lead us to choose a leader. A leader who fears God, a leader who loves God and the people. You can't just love God, you must love the people. You must love ordinary people. It shouldn't be a problem for you to shake the hands of a cocoa seller, of an amo seller, of a sabola and sebe seller. It shouldn't be a problem for a schoolgirl without shoes to hug you. It shouldn't be a problem. You must love people. I sit down and sometimes my heart really bleeds that in these past 16 years, we believe, I believe more than you believe, messages. And the people who promised failed miserably. So then now, we have to make it objectively.